Can a win against City be the turning point of Juventus 24-25? Yes, it can, but only if we are able to give continuity to that win. Beating Venezia, beating the next one, beating the next one. Only in that case, the victory of today can be the turning point of Juventus. If we start winning today, but we are not able to give continuity, this win will give us just one thing. A few beautiful posts to put on social media, a bit of enthusiasm, a bit of happiness for a really limited time of 3 days. And this is exactly why I am happy today and will be unpopular that we didn't call up Andrea Cambiaso. Because that's what we'll speak about in today's video and much more. Put a maximum of like if you didn't yet. Continue to subscribe to the channel. One objective, 35 before the end of the year. We are that close. I'm counting on you. Like, comment, because now we start. When we saw the squad list, of course I said, Mamma mia! There is not a lot of defenders. Where are there? Who is missing? And I see that Cambiaso is not there. And of course, I'm shitting my pants and I'm saying, no, another one. But then I said, no, before reacting like that, let's be honest. Let's think about the future. It is the right decision to not call up Andrea Cambiaso. It is absolutely the right decision. Given the situation of Cambiaso yesterday, before the training session, he tried individually with the staff, walking, running without the ball, running with the ball, and that gave him actually good feelings. Where yesterday he was training with the team, he did the entirety of that training session together, but it's after that training session that he was starting to feel a bit of pain. So there is no injury, but there is a problem that is annoying enough for Thiago Motta and staff to wait until this morning to ask again, and where they took the decision altogether, medical staff, Cambiaso, technical staff, to say, we don't risk. After Bremer, after Cabal, we don't want to risk, because the season is not only Juventus, Manchester City, even if we understand the importance of it. Today we want to win. Today I want to win. It will be tough. It will be extremely difficult. But when I told you the future, when the future it starts somewhere, and winning today against Manchester City, you are sending a huge big message. You are sending yourself, first of all, a huge big message. Do you remember the words of Thiago when he said, we want to be able to compete against every single team? Well, today, what better occasion to face a Manchester City that also has their difficulties. They are also in difficulty. The word crisis, will come back on that in a second. Of course, when I was thinking, when I saw the draws, Manchester City on the 11th of December, I was hoping something else. Thiago Motta was hoping something else. Pep Guardiola was hoping something else. I was expecting to be there to already fight for that top 8. Thiago Motta as well, Guardiola as well, because at the moment, after 5 match days of Champions League, we are at equal points. 8 for the City, 8 for the Bianconeri. So I was hoping for that. I was also hoping, after some ups and downs, to have some certainties, especially in the way of playing, to already understand much more Thiago Motta. Today, do I understand Thiago Motta much better than a few months ago? But today I understand the Thiago Motta with obliged choices. What is he doing with obliged choices? Not yet a Thiago Motta. What can he do when he has all the freedom and all his team at disposal? But yesterday, Thiago said something extremely important that will define the game of today. It's not because of the injury that we are in that moment. He said injuries are not, and I never use it and I will never do it, an alibi. What is important is actually how we react to moments of difficulties. This is what is defining our team. In certain matches we did well, in certain matches we could have done much better, but how you react to difficult moments is important. And that's why today, how will we react to already knowing that Cambiaso will not be there? How will we react in a moment of difficulties without Bremer, without Cabal, etc., against the one that won the Champions League 2 years ago against Inter, that won the Premier League, best league of the world, a few months ago? How will Juventus react at home, where we lost a few games, in one game against Stuttgart, unfortunately, where we drew too many games in our home, but where we were also able to score and to win against PSV, the first one? How will Juventus react? Super important. Look, Pep Guardiola yesterday spoke in front of microphone. He said, La Juve, la Juve. Juventus is Juventus. It's the best team in Italy. Oh, of course, I'm happy to hear these words. Wow, I mean, it's beautiful. On the other side, it is Pep Guardiola. And even, Bournemouth is the best team of the world when he's playing against them. Atalanta is the best team of the world. De Zerbi is a revolutionary coach, and then he's beating them 6-1. Anyway, I don't trust the words of Pep Guardiola. Then he's saying, I don't trust, guys. I don't trust Juventus in crisis. That's what he says. Well, I don't trust also when people are saying that Manchester City is in crisis. Because, guys, when you start a predicted lineup with Ortega or Ederson in the goal, and then you have Walker, Ruben Dias, Guardiola, Lewis, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Doku, De Bruyne, Grealish, up front Holland, tell me, is this a team that is really having an injury crisis? I don't think so. Of course, missing Rodri, Bob, Stones, Akanji, and Ake is annoying, but I don't see a team that is really in crisis, especially if you add on top of that a Kovacic, a Foden, and all the other players that they have. I don't see the crisis of Manchester City. Of course, they are in a crisis of continuity of result. They are in a situation that is hard for them, not winning. I believe they won 1 or 2 games in the last 8. Of course, it's really something strange. And that's why Juventus, they need to say, we can do it. What will be our lineup? Well, our lineup is missing, of course, Bremer, Cabal, Milik, Nico Gonzalez, 4 players. So we are starting to gain back our players like McKennie, Douglas Luiz, even if they will not have 90 minutes, even if probably they will not start. It's kind of an obliged starting 11 in terms of names. And this is where I'm asking Thiago Motta that at the end of Juve, Manchester City, I want to be in the post-game if we don't win. Saying, if we had Bremer, if we had Cambiaso, if we had Douglas Luiz, probably it would have been another story. But I don't want to be here this evening after the game telling you we missed the tactical side of the game. Mea culpa of Thiago Motta that missed it. Because if it's true that the men, Di Gregorio, Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, Danilo, Locatelli, Thuram, Conceição, Koopmeiners, Yildiz, and Vlahovic are the men that needs to play this evening, without Cambiaso especially, pay attention. Because the Koopmeiners, we found him against Bologna in terms of scoring a goal, but also in that second half, playing a bit more in the back. I don't want to regret that we didn't play with Weah on the left, with one between Thuram and or Locatelli on the bench, with Koopmeiners back and Yildiz as a number 10. And that's where yesterday the question arrived from one of the journalists. It was a really funny story. I don't want to go into details, but where do you prefer to play? Where do you want to play? And that you have a Yildiz that is answering, I play where the coach is asking me to play. As easy as that. Well, Thiago, I'm asking you, don't miss the tactical approach of the game. 2 things. Behavior and tactical approach. These are 2 things that we cannot miss. I will tell you already. Easy. What cannot we miss? How you are marking Holland. Holland is strong. He's strong. He's fast. He's physical. He can jump. Where are we lacking? In velocity with Gatti. Where are we lacking? In the aerial duels with Kalulu, if you're speaking about our center defenders. And that's why we need to understand extremely well the game. If we need to jump, I want Gatti on Holland, like Acerbi did. If we need to pay attention because they go with these through balls, the penetration balls, it's Kalulu that needs to go one-on-one against him. Otherwise, we will be in huge, big difficulties. So pay attention to how they play against Holland, and we need to be strong in anticipating what kind of balls they will give to Holland. 1. 2, it's that first pressure. They will do the same pressure with much more quality than the one that Bologna and Vincenzo Italiano did in the last game. So we already had our lesson. Man on man, huge pressure, extremely high. But if we are able, not parking the bus, but being able to avoid that first press, taking the ball, we have our opportunity because they play with an extremely high 4-line defense. And also this season particularly, they are really in danger. They are really suffering these positive transitions, these counterattacks, because they are not able really fast to go back. So pay attention, Juventus has that opportunity. So don't park the bus because you will kill yourself. Pay attention to that first pressing, be able to be clean when you go out, and that's why Cambiaso would have been extremely important today, but he's not there, so who will be there? We will see it, but we need to do it. And then, of course, I'm expecting a lot of magic. The magic and the sparkles in the eyes of Kenan Yildiz in press conference yesterday, but also in that post-press conference when he was on the field speaking to Amazon Prime, when he was watching behind him and he saw the goal in the Allianz Stadium, the goal where he scored his very first goal in Champions League against PSV, he said, wow, that's what I'm thinking about when I see that goal. I had goosebumps when I heard the first time that Champions League music in that game. Well, hopefully tonight he will have again, when he will hear that music against Manchester City, probably the biggest team he ever played again, these goosebumps. Feeling them, hearing the music, and trying to do again that miracle, that fantastic goal. It should be the game of Yildiz. The last win comes with the Yildiz goal against Torino after a fantastic assist of Conceição. We are asking our Turkish boy to do the same today. Scoring goal, or the first one to open the score for Juve, or the winning, or the last one, but a winning one. That's the most important thing. Scoring one, the first or the last one, whatever, but a win. Do I believe that we can win? I believe it, but I'm a supporter. Now what I'm asking is Thiago Motta and boys to believe in it as well. And you. We'll see each other in pre-game, watch-along, and post-game of Juventus Manchester City. Grazie, forza. Juve.